Hello everyone, I'm Sophie. I'm currently at Kecara Forest Retreat, Bentong, Malaysia. And today I will continue sharing from The Promise, my guru's biography, His Eminence the 25th Sam Tuku Rinpoche. And we will start from page 257. I have met many masters, and they were all very kind, and I have received so much from them, but one who left the greatest impact and indelible mark on me for the rest of my life was Zong Rinpoche. This is what has made me go on for many years, and this is why I encourage people towards Guru devotion. Sam Rinpoche. Page 258, Early Connections with Malaysia. In 1990, while on a pilgrimage to Bodh Rinpoche had a chance meeting with a young practitioner from the Kagyu Nyingma tradition. The young man was a Malaysian Chinese, and although Rinpoche did not have the slightest idea where Malaysia was, he was impressed with the young man's command of English. Having no language barriers, they easily developed a close relationship. Each day, the two would circumambulate the Mahabodhi temple together before parting ways to engage in their own meditational practices. At the end of each day, they would meet for dinner and discuss Dharma topics. This continued for about a month. Eventually, the time came for Rinpoche to return to Garden. The young man, appreciative of the Dharma discussion they had for the past month, wanted to make an offering to Rinpoche. Having learned that Rinpoche wanted a 17-inch Vrajayogini statue from Delhi, the young Malaysian made the necessary arrangements for Rinpoche to receive his first Vrajayogini statue, thus creating an integral connection between this powerful Tantric Buddha and the land of Malaysia. As you see, that's the picture of Buddha Vrajayogini. The caption of the picture: Rinpoche's first Vrajayogini statue, affectionately called the Bodh Vrajayogini, was a gift from a young Malaysian who appreciated the Dharma Rinpoche shared with him. Page 260. We were both young practitioners and we didn't have much money. The Vrajayogini statue was 1,300 rupees, which was a lot of money. He called up his mother and told her all about me, and she happily gave him the money for us to buy the statue. So we made a promise to meet the next day before I left Bodh. The next day, under the Bodhi tree where Buddha gained enlightenment, he said, I do not have enough money to sponsor the mantras and painting, and I do not have enough time to follow you to Delhi, but I would like to offer you 1,300 rupees to invite the Vrajayogini statue, and here under the Bodhi tree, I am visualizing that I pass her holy image to you. Sam Rinpoche. Page 261. The caption of the picture: His Eminence Kapje Lati Rinpoche and His Eminence Khenso Jampa Yeshe Rinpoche. Page 262. Sent abroad to fundraise. While Rinpoche was in Ganden, there was a constant influx of monks from Tibet joining the monastery in India. Due to a severe lack of funds and sponsorship, the monastery was quickly running out of adequate accommodation for the monks. Many had to sleep outside on the verandas, making them susceptible to snake bites, attacks from wild animals, and illnesses caused by dampness from the rain. Page 263. In 1992, His Eminence Kapje Lati Rinpoche, His Eminence Khenso Jampa Yeshe Rinpoche, the abbot of the monastery at the time, and other high lamas of Pukang Kanzen convened a large meeting with all members of the Kanzen. Sam Rinpoche also attended but had no idea what was about to happen. In front of the large assembly, Lati Rinpoche requested Sam Rinpoche to go abroad to teach and raise funds to build a monk's hostel for Pukang Kanzen. Rinpoche was shocked and refused at first, saying he was not qualified enough. He was only 27 years old. "Why are you not qualified?" Lati Rinpoche questioned him. Rinpoche replied, "Because I just entered the monastery 4 years ago, and I really don't know much." Lati Rinpoche pressed on, "You know the language, you know the Dharma, and you have traveled abroad before. You are very qualified, you should go." Rather daringly, Rinpoche debated back, "In that case, you should go since you are more qualified than me." This exchange continued for a few more minutes without any apparent resolution. Finally, Rinpoche said that if the Dharma protector Dorje Shukden said that he should go, he would, thinking that Dorje Shukden would definitely say he was not qualified. At the time, Ganden Shatze Monastery had a tradition of propitiating their official Dharma protector, Lord Satrap, as well as the special Dharma protector of the Gelugpa lineage, Dorje Shukden, via a special oracle monk who took trance of the protector deities. This oracle is authorized by the monastery and recognized by the Tibetan government to take authentic trance. Thinking that it would be weeks before the oracle took trance again, Rinpoche was quietly confident that he would be able to persuade Lati Rinpoche to change his mind. The very next day, however, Rinpoche was informed that the oracle would be taking trance in the next few days. It was the perfect time for him to ask his questions. Rinpoche went to consult the oracle, and to his surprise, Dorje Shukden told him that he should go. Rinpoche also received instructions on what blessed items he should bring and what he should teach. After the audience with Dorje Shukden, Rinpoche went back to see Lati Rinpoche and told him what Dorje Shukden had said. Lati Rinpoche just burst out laughing. Rinpoche then racked his brains to figure out which country he should go to teach and fundraise. He remembered then that when he was on a pilgrimage at Bodh in 1990, he had met a young Malaysian who offered him his first Vrajayogini statue right under the Bodhi tree, where Buddha had gained enlightenment. On that same trip, Rinpoche had also met a Malaysian monk, Reverend Kun, whom he had regularly stayed in touch with after they each returned to their respective homes. So when Lati Rinpoche's instruction to fundraise came, Rinpoche decided to write to Reverend Kun again, asking if he could take up the offer to visit them. Reverend Kun immediately replied to say he would organize everything for Rinpoche's visit. He even sponsored the flight tickets for Rinpoche and his attendants. All Rinpoche had to do was get on a plane and head to Malaysia. And here you see a picture of Reverend Kun. Chapter 5, Malaysia, 1992 to present. Creating a legacy. The most remarkable aspect of Rinpoche's journey is how every hardship has been transformed into an experience of light, highlighting at every step of the way his unwavering tenacity, compassion, patience, and untiring strength of the human spirit. Page 267. Dharma Pioneer in a Foreign Land. Caption of the picture: This photograph of Sam Rinpoche was taken on the roof of Namgyal Monastery in Dharamsala during the 10-day teaching on Lama Chopa Guru Puja by His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. The teachings were sponsored by Geshe Sotrim Gyaltsen, who had come from America with many of his students. Page 268. I personally didn't want to go, but I am only one person and it would have been very selfish. The needs of the many were more important, so I went. Sam Rinpoche. Caption of the picture: the Choyang Duzin Oracle took trance of Doje Shukden and predicted that Rinpoche's teachings and enlightened activities would bring great benefit to this region and the world. Despite his initial reluctance, Rinpoche eventually agreed to undertake the daunting task of traveling abroad to teach and fundraise at 27 years old. Out of his great guru devotion and deep love for the Sangha, he put aside his personal preference for a quiet, secluded life devoted to retreats and study. Instead, he did what was most necessary to serve the monastery. In that very decision, we were shown how Rinpoche places the needs of the many before his own personal wishes. Rinpoche knew then that serving the Sangha just once is the equivalent of going into retreat for the whole lifetime. Rinpoche's actions also showed his deep devotion to the late His Holiness Kapje Dzong Rinpoche that translated into a complete and unwavering trust in the Dharma protector his root guru gave him. During the trance, Doje Shukden had advised Rinpoche to bring the lineage of Lama Tsongkhapa to the people of Malaysia and to do whatever he could to benefit them and bring them the Dharma. Doje Shukden further predicted that Rinpoche's teachings and enlightened activities would bring great benefit to this region and the world. In 1992, at the request of his gurus, His Eminence Lati Rinpoche and His Eminence Khenso Jampa Yeshe Rinpoche, Sam Rinpoche finally left for Malaysia to raise funds for a much-needed hostel for the monks of Pukangkang Zen and to serve the Buddhist community of Southeast Asia. With the help of Reverend Kun and His Eminence Gelek Rinpoche, who already had a number of students in the country, Rinpoche began his journey in Malaysia. A new beginning. From your heart, think of benefiting them all the way. If you do this, whenever you have difficulties, offer black tea and I will come to your assistance. Doje Shukden, during oracular trance through the Choyang Duzin Oracle. Sam Rinpoche arrived in Malaysia with just 2 bags, one containing his personal items and the other full of money pills, chakras, and other holy items blessed by Satrap and Doje Shukden taking trance in the oracle. To his surprise, there was a grand welcome for him at the airport in Malaysia. A large group of around 30 people and a fleet of Mercedes vehicles awaited his arrival. Rinpoche was overwhelmed, to say the least. At only 27 years old, Rinpoche was considered a young Lama, and it was his first time in Southeast Asia. He knew nothing about the local culture, and he had very little public teaching experience at the time. However, with faith in Doje Shukden and belief in what his teachers saw in him, Rinpoche was determined to do his best and go all the way with this precious new assignment. Page 270. Caption of the picture, top left. Rinpoche's early days in Malaysia began with him conducting public talks and consultations in the homes of Dharma students. Caption of the picture, bottom left. Rinpoche spent hours giving private audiences and blessings to people who travel from all over the country to see him. And picture on the right. Emaciated and malnourished, Rinpoche did not have a dime to his name. Even his offerings and ritual items were of the most basic materials. However, he did have the most precious thing to offer the people of Malaysia, his knowledge and Dharma and his compassion. Impressed with his wisdom, patient advice, and immaculate teachings, many stepped forward to give donations and support the monastery, thus helping to raise all the funds needed for Pukang Kanzen. Caption of the picture. Sam Rinpoche taught extensively in various locations all over Malaysia in order to raise desperately needed funds for the monastery. Rinpoche embarked on an extensive 3-month teaching tour around Malaysia, which included Penang, Ipoh, Teluk Intan, and Gerik, a small town in the northern state of Perak. Although he was young and unknown, his teachings and initiations were extremely well received. Older students recall how he was able to change their perception and understanding of Buddhism completely through his explanation of Dhamma. Others recall how his care and compassion for everyone around him was evident. He often received standing ovation from the audience. In addition to group teachings, Rinpoche also gave countless private audiences to those who came to seek personal counsel and divinations. Having heard of this young and very powerful Lama, people came in droves and would wait for hours just to get a chance to meet Rinpoche and receive a personal blessing. Page 272. Sam Rinpoche worked tirelessly for his monastery, continuously performing blessing rituals, weddings, and giving teachings while touring many Buddhist centers around Malaysia. That was the caption of the picture on top. Rinpoche often gave audiences to people for up to 18 hours a day and was known to work tirelessly until daybreak without rest, something Rinpoche still does today when the need arises. Due to his grueling schedule and lack of rest, Rinpoche suffered many physical ailments such as severe neck pains, migraines, aches all over his body, and constant chills. Still, he endured and never requested a single day of rest. Throughout the entire time, he kept remembering his fellow monks who were living without a roof over their heads and continued to do everything he could during the time he was abroad. And with this, I will end my sharing session today. And thank you very much for joining me for this session. And I'll end this session with completion dedication in Tibetan. Jangjo Sengjo Rinpoche, Ma Ke Panam Ge Yushi, Ke Panam Pa Me Pa Yang, Gone Gondu Pe Washu, Doni Tongwa Rinpoche, Ma Ke Panam Ge Yushi, Ke Panam Pa Me Pa Yang, Gone Gondu Pe Washu, Daso Jini Sapage Wadi, Dandandro Aguna Gampada, Jepa Jesu No Santrapai, Tamping Imporindu Sa Se Sho, Gewa Kuntu Yandala Madan, Drami Choki Pana No Joje, Sadam Langi Yoterazone, Doje Changi Pangotuso, Gewa Din Yoduda, Lama Sangyo Drione, Drua Chikyama. Lupa de salago pashu joki kya posunga pa josunam pa pewala keki sama siwadang tungki malu sangwasho dadam sungi dosunda trewa songi latene gewa losantrapai tampa yuriva gyushi ni modele sendele ni mingunyandele shi ni sentato dele pel kuncho sungi jingilo kuncho sungi ngodruso kuncho sungi trasi sho jesunama kusen rapingching nam katrini jojo ke pada có xong tempe trô mê sập sông nghi rồi mới sao tát tụi nè yêu shi gang hồi rau về cô với sinh cầm nem bên đàn đéo mà lưu yêu nè channel dịchวัน天sinh get soi shape shi de baru deng yêu shi hôm tôm bê ngọt rồi mà lô pa đến để đá là sao du so có đàn đem pa long chọn nam kê pa so shik shuk tân sao. Thank you.